we be without our boat dogs and pusses? We've made so many amazing friends, furry and otherwise, in and around Wrightsville. Twice we went to South Carolina with our friends Bill and Val from the Pleasure Island Parrot Head group. Both times we went to a gorgeous vineyard for music festivals, and we had a blast. We met an amazing trop rock couple with the same configuration as us, piano and guitar. Michelle from Latitude is from Massachusetts, so being a New England musician, we hit it off immediately. Tom and Michelle are just awesome. You can check them out on YouTube and on Facebook under Latitude. As we were driving around one day, we noticed this little restaurant called Molly Pitcher's. Well, we were friends with a lovely Maine jazz singer named Molly Pitcher, who passed away a few years ago. So we had to stop in and raise a glass to Molly at her namesake. We found out afterward that the day we went to the restaurant was actually Molly's birthday. She was definitely guiding us there. We've gone back and forth between Wrightsville and Carolina Beach several times this summer to more easily get to gigs. But the time had finally come to move south to CB and then just keep going. We said our final goodbyes for now to several great friends up here in Wrightsville, and then we did one last major provisioning run while we had access to a vehicle. This is about 3 weeks worth of groceries for us, and we got to fit everything that's in that cart in this dinghy and take it back over to our boat. Somebody's glad we're back on the boat. All right, so we got all of the groceries back on the boat. All the groceries. And now my next task is going through everything, pulling out all the fresh stuff and putting that all away in the refrigerator, everything that needs refrigerating. And then I'll probably wind up leaving some of the stuff like the canned goods to sort through tomorrow, because we've been at this all day. Because when we provision, it's like an all-day thing, and I don't know. I don't want to do it all at once. How about you?
Yeah. Got it?
We had two final gigs in Carolina Beach, at the Tiki Bar on the boardwalk and at Hurricane Alley. We anchored in the northern CB anchorage, farther from the dinghy docks, but it was more private and quiet. Warning: the next section of this video includes footage of an animal being processed by fishermen. It is graphic, and some people could be sensitive to this footage. We struggled with whether to include this, but it's part of our life on the water and part of our story. We came into the dinghy docks to a rather startling discovery. Minutes before we arrived, a group of nearby fishermen had caught a bull shark within feet of the dinghy dock. It was about an 8 or 9 footer, and they caught it specifically because they were concerned it posed a risk to people enjoying the water nearby. Galen and I really wrestled with this. The longer we're on the water, the more we feel a connection with the creatures we see, even the ones that scare us. Having a significant fear of sharks, it was also extremely interesting for me to stand so close to one, even if it was no longer alive. The shark was the talk of the town the next couple of weeks. After the shark drama, we still had 2 gigs. Our awesome friends from Wrightsville, Mike and Sharon, completely surprised us by driving down to CB to see us play our last gig at Hurricane Alley this season. We also met and saw a lot of really cool people at our last gig at the Tiki Bar on the boardwalk, including Lisa and Mark, who saw us play several gigs this summer and became friends. They honestly looked so much like relatives of mine that the first time Galen and I saw them walking toward us, we thought our family was surprising us. Before we left Carolina Beach, we met our friends Bill and Val at our favorite bar, the Fat Pelican. You cannot come to Carolina Beach and not go to the Fat Pelican. It's extremely eclectic and fun. We also walked up to the Publix about a half a mile away and bought a few last provisions. And then we had some boat prep to do before we headed south for the winter season.
Getting ready to leave Carolina Beach. That means we got to do some things to the boat, and one of the things I'm doing is changing the oil. And in all transparency, I made a little bit of a mistake. I didn't get all of the old oil out. There's still a little bit left in there, so when I put the new oil in, it's overfilled it. So now I've got to take some more oil out, but it's going to have mostly fresh oil in it and a new filter, which is exciting. And we should be good to go with the engine after I'm done with this, and on to more projects.
Meanwhile, I've got this bag and a half and a little bit of extra of stuff that I still need to put away from when we provisioned last night. We know we're going to be heading toward Florida. Some of those areas are going to be hit by the recent hurricanes and storms that are coming through. We might not have as many opportunities to get to stores as we would like. So we made sure while we were in Carolina Beach, we re-provisioned. So I've got another bag full of canned goods that I need to go through. And what that means is taking off all the labels, writing what it is on the can. With tuna, it's pretty obvious. And let me tell you what, Pickles knows exactly what it is when I go for that drawer. He knows that that's the tuna drawer. It's also the onion drawer and the kidney bean drawer. But hey, he just kind of assumes it's going to be tuna. So I got to take all these labels off, put a bunch of things in plastic bags to protect them. And that's how we make sure that, 2 weeks from now, 3 months from now even, we've got provisions so that if we're getting into an area where we can't go to stores as much, we still have stuff. Thanks for watching, and please remember to hit like and subscribe so you'll know when we've released our next Sail Bums video.